Peace and blessings. This is Nubia, I, the lawful goddess, the womb priestess, and the holistic practitioner. Y'all, I thought we'd take it a little old school and get back on the porch and do the videos on the porch, just in a natural environment, with the breeze blowing and the sun shining and just feeling amazing. So you all know, as you all know or may not know, I am on a 21-day basically fast where I'm celibate for 21 days. I'm getting up at 4 every morning doing yoga and doing, y'all, I've been doing 3-hour baths a day and I don't understand how it's happening. So don't ask me, how do I do 3 hours and it just go by? I know you're going to ask me, what do I do for 3 hours in the bathtub? My mind, spirit just speaks to me, gives me messages, ideas, thoughts. But most of what I'm doing is I'm doing womb work. I'm going down to my womb and my yoni. That's why celibacy is like fasting. It's the same thing. It's a rest so that I can hear my yoni and my womb speak to me of ancient wisdom, and so that I can move forward in my life. But what's happening is amazing. The mental clarity that I have and I'm experiencing from fasting. And also, this is another thing. I wanted to announce this right away. The Fasting 101 Intensive that deals with the yoni in the womb, it starts on Friday. $97 starts on Friday. The latest that I will take your payment is the next for a week from this Friday. But you can't join until you pay, so please join. It will be well worth it. We have a nice, small, tight, beautiful group, and I wanted to make sure that you all would be invited. And the reason why is because I'll be fasting with them. And we're doing 4 weeks. We're only fasting the last 3 days of each week. We're starting with green smoothies for 3 days. We're starting with juice fasting for 3 days, the next 3 days of next week. Then we're doing coconut water and water fasting the 3rd week, and then we're doing dry fasting. Remember, some people are going to do more than 3 days during the week. Some people are going to do less. I'm taking you through the whole thing. You are eating the first 4 days of every week. You're just doing raw. Anyway, it's amazing. And so I've been naturally, my body has been naturally going into a fast. It is the bomb, y'all. It's just my body. It's just been going. I've been eating my last meal about 8 o'clock at night, a little later because it gets later, right? Maybe 7, 8 o'clock. Probably about 7. And then I don't eat again till the next day until 12 noon. So I'm fasting sometimes 16 hours, and in a sense, dry fasting because I don't eat or drink until noon. And it's just happening naturally. And also, what is really beautiful, y'all, first, let me just say this. If I ain't say this enough or in a while, I love my man. My man is the bomb diggity. He is all that, and I feel blessed to be with him. Why? Now, what has happened? Why am I even saying that? When you're able to be intimate with your man without penetration, without having quote-unquote intercourse, you build a love there that is so strong and so bonding and bonded that nothing and no one can come between it. There's the love that you want, that you talk about, that you read about, that spiritual love, it's in your heart. And most of us as women, our hearts are so closed because our wombs are so closed. Why are they closed? Because we close it to protect ourselves so that we won't get hurt. But when you merge like this with another human being, somebody that you love, or you thought the love was waning, or you thought that you were not into sex, or you thought, this is some of the things that I know women are going through, or that he's too nice, or he's not coming along the raw food journey with you, or he's not coming along with the veganism with you. He's a great guy, Sister Nubia, but he doesn't do what I do. And then when you go heal yourself, you realize it's not him. It was never him. You really wasn't committed. You were doing these things on the outside, but you were not attaching it to an intention or a reason. And more than that, you were not attaching it to your womb. When you fast and don't look at your womb as a woman, when you fast and don't attach it to your yoni as a woman, you are fasting, you are doing the busy work, but ain't no real results is happening. So you're doing all this stuff that look like you're doing a lot, but you got nothing to show for it if your womb is not happy. And when I say your womb, if you don't feel happy, then I feel like for a woman, it's all about cleansing the womb. And not just physically, but mentally, spiritually, and metaphysically. And so, but what happens is, you know, it's so interesting about sex. I feel like we've been hoodwinked, y'all. We got it all wrong. We think the pleasure just strictly comes from the penis in the vagina. And that's the last place I think that it's actually felt. Because I think that's the last place that it actually comes from. It really comes from your heart. And when you're doing, like, I call it just, you know, Tantra work, you don't ever really have to read a book on Tantra. You actually know how to do it. But most of us have been so scarred, and now we have this big wall between our heart and everybody else, that we don't feel our natural selves, that we don't know how to be natural. So holding your man or your partner and heart to heart, having your heart against his, naked sometimes without clothes, just feeling each other's energy, setting energy, kissing. You can have orgasms from just kissing for hours without ever being penetrated. And for women, higher, and men too, higher orgasms where you feel it in your whole entire body. So you get to preserve your power, your chi, your shakti, but at the same time, you're still making love. I think that when you don't penetrate and you don't, quote unquote, have intercourse, but you have, you know, intracourse, no, but you have, you know, a togetherness, a melding, a togetherness, and you're loving and you're hugging and you're kissing, that's higher than one organ into the other. And the reason why I think that we don't know that is because we haven't been taught. We were taught that to get that orgasm is the greatest feeling in the world. And we were not taught about everything that happens before an orgasm, which some give it a name, they call it foreplay. But, oh, I'm so sorry, Buddha was feeling that. But I don't want you to think it's just foreplay when it comes to, so foreplay is just something you do to get your spouse or your partner aroused so that you can basically have the orgasm. I don't want you to look at it like that. Foreplay is the lovemaking. The other thing is coming, and not that it's not beautiful, extraordinary, needed, important, ecstatic, orgasmatic. No, it is all that. It is all of that. But it's nothing compared to the loving, the touching, the looking each other in the eyes, the breath that you take, the way that you breathe, the vibrational frequencies that emanate through your body. And to have a man who is willing to go through the celibacy with you, that's love, y'all. That's some beautiful love, and that he's growing in the process. He's going on the fast with me in the group as well. He's changing. Even though going to the womb, I found out some things. I found out that a lot of it was me. My fear of abandonment issues was making me push him away, push a lot of people in my life away for fear that if I didn't leave first, then they would leave me. So anyway, we got kids in the neighborhood. We are outside, so I don't know how deep we're going to get on the video. But just that reminder again, just if you didn't hear it, is what I realized is it was my abandonment issues getting in the way. It was my choosing to be unhappy about the smallest things every day that had nothing to do with this relationship that I'm in. So a lot of women, you think that you don't like your man no more, or that he ain't on your level, but really it's the wound. Because when you have somebody that is good, loving, nice, kind, monogamous, you have to say, what else do I need? And then give that to yourself. Anyway, we're dealing a lot with the yoni, and the womb and the Fasting 101 Intensive. So I wanted to remind everybody that Friday is the day that it begins. Please go to my website at www.theblackberrybeauty.com and get part of it. I just wanted to remind you of the fasting. I want to do, I could tell you, I understand Tantra from a sexual level that is still different than what I even thought. And that sex is not just the penis in the vagina or whatever sexual orientation you are. It's not just the genitals against the genitals. It's the heart against the heart. It's the breath against the breath. It's the touch against the touch. It's the feel against the feel. It's the energy against the energy. And you could go on for hours that way. And when you feel yourself getting too excited, all you do is go back and do deep breathing. And then you go back in again. We got to build the bonds between our lovers. We got to build the bonds between our husband or our men or our spouses or our partners in every way. Sisters, don't throw out a good man if you got one. There's ways to improve yourself and your yoni and your womb. You don't know how much power you have. You think that when you hear about, a woman, her power is in the kitchen, or, her place is in the kitchen, or her place is in the home, you look at that as an insult, that you're being demoted almost in position and authority. You don't know that the one that rules the kitchen rules the home, but that also creates a loving environment for the home. Because the foods that you feed your family will create demonic forces or angelic forces. So, and you have an opportunity to control the behavior of your children, but in a good way, not no mind-altering way. When you're in your house and your house is clean of clutter and all kinds of despair, your house being clean as well, you're more loving. I've been doing this thing where I've been wearing a dress every day. Now today I got some shorts on, but I'm going to take it off and put my dress on. And that wearing of a dress, you may think it's, again, putting the woman back in the back ages and taking her power from her. But her power is in her femininity. And as soon as you wear that dress, I noticed that I'm realizing there's ways that I can talk to my man and my child and myself that is more loving and thoughtful and soft and beautiful. I'm healing. And I'm healing my womb, and I'm healing my womb afflictions from generations gone by. And I'm done. I'm tired of being unhappy, and I'm tired of pushing people out of my life, and I'm tired of dealing with the same old issues over and over again. And I decided to do something about it. But my man is, he is all that, and I really am in love with him in every way. And I'm so glad that the universe kept us together long enough to go through the storm. Because right now, like he told me the other day, he said, you ain't the regular sister. You are the most interesting woman I've ever been with. And the fact that you keep growing keeps this relationship exciting. And we're going to do this. We're going to do this. So to more love, to finding that true love, all of these things can be found in the womb. And you can actually be a part of the womb circle, which is the Fasting 101. Also, last thing, forgot to say this, I am, again, reminder, I'm closing the Women Who Run with the Womb group starting August 1st. No new members. I'll open it again up in December of 2014. I'm closing it. So if you want to join, you probably have, a couple of days. So I'm going to put it up today, which is Wednesday. So you'll have till Friday. I'll let you join till the 1st. Midnight Eastern Standard Time. You'll be able to still join on the 1st, and then that's going to be it. So anyway, just a quick video, just bringing you my love. And talk fasting is amazing. That's when you don't talk for significant hours of the day, or not at all for days. And it's been nothing but love and peace and joy and togetherness. A goddess woman, a sacred woman, a healed woman can change anything and everything that she touches. This is Nubia, I, the Raw Food Goddess, the Womb Priestess and the Holistic Practitioner, and I'm sending you an abundance of love. Peace and blessings.